Have you ever stopped to think about how much faith can truly transform your life? Most of the time, when we hear the word faith, we immediately connect it with religion. But in his remarkable book, The Power of Faith, Joseph Murphy reveals something far greater. Faith is not limited to dogmas or rituals. It is a creative force, a spiritual law of the mind, capable of shaping reality, healing diseases, opening doors to prosperity, and completely changing the way we experience life. Today, we will explore together the timeless lessons of this book and uncover how you can apply the power of faith in your everyday life. 1. The creative power of faith. According to Murphy, faith is like an invisible but very real energy. It is a universal law. Whatever you believe in with conviction eventually manifests in your life. If someone believes with all their heart that they can achieve a goal, whether it's finding the right partner, building financial success, or restoring health, that belief generates an inner power that guides their actions, attracts opportunities, and opens doors that previously seemed closed. But the opposite is also true. If a person constantly believes that they are unlucky, unworthy, or destined to fail, that belief will also materialize, creating experiences that match their expectations. In simple terms, faith is always creative. The only difference is whether it is building something positive or something destructive. 2. The conscious and the subconscious mind. Murphy explains that our mind works like a garden. The conscious mind is a gardener. It chooses which seeds to plant. The subconscious mind is a fertile soil. It accepts those seeds and brings them to life. If you plant seeds of confidence, abundance, and health, you harvest joy and prosperity. But if you plant seeds of fear, doubt, or resentment, the soil will faithfully produce the same, leading to limitations and suffering. Think of someone who grew up hearing, over and over, that money is evil or wealth is not for people like us. The subconscious absorbs those ideas, and without realizing it, the person lives in ways that push abundance away. Faith, therefore, is the master tool. It is the conscious choice of planting the right seeds into your subconscious garden. 3. The role of imagination and visualization. Imagination is the language of the subconscious. When you visualize something with faith, you are essentially programming your inner world to create it. A person struggling with illness, for example, who begins to see themselves walking with energy, smiling and feeling whole again, is sending a clear image to subconscious. Over time, the body begins to respond to that picture. Murphy considered visualization a silent but powerful form of prayer, one that aligns mind, body, and spirit toward a single outcome. For faith is a force of healing. Throughout his work, Murphy shares countless examples of people who overcame illnesses simply by believing deeply and sincerely that they could be healed. This doesn't mean rejecting medical treatment, but rather combining faith with it. When the mind accepts healing as a reality, the body's natural restorative powers awaken and healing accelerates, and it goes beyond physical health. Faith also heals emotional wounds. Resentment, fear, guilt, and trauma lose their power when we choose to believe in peace, forgiveness, and renewal. 5. Scientific prayer. One of Murphy's most powerful teachings is the concept of scientific prayer. For him, prayer is not about begging desperately, but about affirming with confidence that what you desire is already happening. Instead of saying, "God, please take away this sickness," the scientific prayer would sound more like, "The infinite intelligence that created me is now restoring every cell of my body. I am strong, whole, and filled with health." Do you notice the difference? It's not a request. It's an affirmation of truth. You pray with certainty, with gratitude, as if it were already done. This attitude of faith impresses the subconscious and leads to real transformation. 6. Faith is a pathway to prosperity. Murphy emphasizes that prosperity is a natural right for all. The universe is abundant, and scarcity exists only in the mind. But here's the problem. Many people block prosperity because of limiting beliefs. If someone constantly says, "Money never stays with me," or "there's never enough," the subconscious accepts that idea and ensures the person continues living in lack. On the other hand, when you cultivate faith in abundance, you begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You start noticing ideas, people, and circumstances that align with prosperity. Faith literally reprograms your inner compass toward success. 7. Overcoming fear and doubt. Murphy gives us a striking insight. Fear is simply faith in the wrong direction. Faith in failure. Faith in disaster. Faith in loss. If you live expecting something bad to happen, you unknowingly create the very conditions for it to appear. Think about someone who constantly fears losing their job. That fear makes them anxious, insecure, and unfocused. And sooner or later, their behavior may lead to the exact outcome they dreaded. The antidote? Replace fear with faith. Whenever a negative thought arises, counter it with a positive affirmation such as, "The infinite presence guides and protects me. All is well in my life." With practice, these affirmations dissolve fear and replace it with confidence. 8. The power of repetition and positive suggestion. The subconscious learns through repetition. Just as muscles grow stronger with training, beliefs grow stronger the more often they are repeated. This is why affirmations are so powerful. Murphy encouraged people to speak words of health, love, and success daily until those words become reality. Examples include, "I am healthy, energetic, and full of life. Wealth flows freely and abundantly into my life. I deserve love, peace, and happiness." When these phrases are spoken with genuine feeling, they go deep into the subconscious and begin shaping circumstances accordingly. 9. The power of love and gratitude. Murphy also highlights that true faith cannot exist without love and gratitude. When you live with love for yourself, for others, and for life itself, you align with the highest vibration of the universe. And when you practice gratitude, you open the floodgates of blessing. Gratitude multiplies whatever you focus on. The more you give thanks, the more reasons you will have to be thankful for. Instead of focusing on what is missing, start saying, "Thank you for what already exists, for the breath you take, the food you eat, the lessons you learn." This simple practice magnifies faith and creates an atmosphere of abundance. 10. Faith in action. Finally, Murphy reminds us that faith is not passive. It is not about sitting still, waiting for miracles. True faith aligns thoughts, emotions, and actions. If you say you believe in prosperity but constantly speak about lack, your faith and your actions are not in harmony. To activate real change, you must think, feel, and act as if your desired outcome is already real. When your mind and heart are aligned, your actions naturally follow. And that's when the so-called miracles begin to unfold. Conclusion: Joseph Murphy's The Power of Faith is more than just a book. It is a manual for transforming life itself. It teaches us that faith is not blind belief. It is a conscious use of universal laws of the mind. Faith is the key that opens every door. It heals, it attracts prosperity, it dissolves fear, and connects us to the infinite power that created us. So the question is, what kind of seeds are you planting in the garden of your subconscious? Seeds of fear and doubt, or seeds of love, confidence, and abundance? Remember this: life changes when your beliefs change, and the power of faith is the greatest gift you already carry within you. If this message inspired you, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs encouragement, and subscribe to The Healing Vibe for more content that uplifts your spirit and empowers your mind. Because here, we believe in healing, growth, and the infinite possibilities of life.